I changed my shirt so I could be a little less sweaty. My son said, "You stink, Mom." Okay, thanks, son. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Now that we're fresh back from lunch, we are going to ramp it up with this um posture of endurance, we call it. Now, this is an initiation practice, and it's really for the mind, okay? Because we get into these body postures, right? And our arms are held down. So we're going to hold our arms above our heads for 20 minutes. And it's not merely a physical feat, like I was telling you about, but it's a way to generate charge, like ignite the nervous system. And it's very much a mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter, but you got to get through that part, right? And so you can move around the room. In fact, we can roll up our yoga mats or not. It's up to you, but as long as you don't mind if somebody's walking on them. But I you want to just be able to move your body however you want. You can go into your own meditation, even like in your mind, like where you're just kind of, and you can move your hands. Sometimes you have to, maybe you're like moving your hands like this. Sometimes you're bringing them down here to the side. You're just changing the positions, okay? Because it makes it more tolerable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And if you do have to put your arms down for a second or whatnot, then bring them back up. But just know that it makes it harder in the end. The more, if you bring your hands down, it does make it harder to hold. I know that doesn't sound um like the way it goes, but it is. So and then once you do this, we get to settle and chant for a little while. So you'll get rewarded. There's a lot of good energy. But for now, are we good, Jana? Are you ready?
Yeah, am I there?
Yes.
I am having a little trouble with the physical stuff because I've been having a lot of trouble with my body lately, sleeping in this bed and not being home. Um, so I'm feeling a bit restrictive doing some of the stuff. I'll,
Are you able to stand up?
yeah, and I will. I just, my shoulder in particular yesterday, I couldn't hold anything in my hands. So I'm just letting you know I'm
Yeah.
having a
Yeah.
little
So,
trouble.
Cynthia was saying the same thing about her shoulder, and I was letting her know that I've done this initiation a couple of times now in Toronto, and I've even done it with people who've had frozen shoulders, and they're able, like through the energy, just try to believe in yourself.
That's fine.
Number one,
I'll
start there, and
release through
then
it.
yeah, and then adapt as how has needed, because every single one of these practices I've told everybody adapt to what your body can handle, right? And so if you're putting your arms down for a little bit and then bringing them up, I was just telling the girls, like, sometimes it helps to kind of move your arms a little bit gently so they're not in the same position. But the idea is that you want to kind of keep your elbows in line with, you don't want them to drop below your shoulders. Make sense?
Yeah.
So even if you're bringing your hands here and you're touching, and so you're not having to elevate your shoulder, that's doable too. Make sense? Okay, so I'm going to start the timer. Let's see here. Alexa, link to iPhone.
Hang on. Let me see. Searching.
I'm just going to put on some little music here. Okay. We're gonna start so we're gonna, what time is it now? 1:17. Perfect time. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. We'll put your hands above your head. I'm going to start the timer. This will burn off your lunch really nicely. Yeah, and you want to just like move around. And even if you have to rest your hands on your head, you can do that for a little bit because that kind of takes the pressure off. But really, you want to just go within, go within, commune with yourself. You need me to turn the heat down at any time, just playing some dragon music. Sure. Donna. Galactic messages that are going to be flowing through. All these good rewards. Sacrifice for a higher cause. You start to feel all the heat. Kind of turn the heat into your own power. You can feel the alchemy of the transmutation happening, like the fire in your arms. Turn it into the fire in your heart, fire in your mind, fire in your strength. Channel that fire into hope, into faith, into plans of what you have to build. One more minute. Hey, move our arms slowly down. Then invite you to just shake them out gently. Just allowing the blood to flow back the opposite direction. Maybe give yourself a few hugs. Roll your shoulders gently back and then forward. Beautiful. Now we have one more timed exercise. Pause this. We're going to stand if you can, and if you get tired at any one point, you can sit. But the idea is that we're going to now chant Om Mani Padme Hum, which is a Tibetan mantra. Okay? Om Mani Padme Hum. And we're going to do this for 7 minutes. So now that we've really ignited the fire, we're going to tone the fire, the waters in our body with a very holy chant. Okay? And this Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. So we're going to do this for 7 minutes, and you can do it at whatever rhythm that you want. The room may entrain, we may entrain with each other, but it's okay. You can go at whatever pace you want. Make sense? Okay. So I'll go ahead and hit this timer here. 7 minutes, which is an initiatory fire. Here we go. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 2 more minutes. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Mana 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 Padme Hum. Okay, we're gonna have everyone get seated. We are going to prepare your bodies for a meditative posture in which your heads are lowered below your knees.
Oh, so.
So you're gonna wanna maybe sit in a chair or on a couch, or if you're on your bed, Donna, you may want to move to a chair. Okay. I'll just explain what we're doing here. This is circulation of energy through the cerebral spinal fluid and deepening the flow of the chrism oil towards the third eye. So we're going to silently, yes, down. Okay. And with this meditation, it's going to be in silence. It's just going to be for a few minutes. I'm gonna turn the lights down. It looks like it's dim where you are, Donna. You're going to place the palms over your face, and then you will invert your body downwards so that your head is near your knees. And if I can just demonstrate here. And you're gonna notice a color. Everybody's color may be different, but just notice the colors that come through our color when you're inverted. Okay? All right. We'll go ahead and invert. We'll be here for 5 minutes. bodies back into the upright position. Go. And I'm going to keep it dark for the time being. I'm going to start with you, Donna. You don't need to unmute yourself. I'm just going to explain to the group what we're doing. We are going to now activate your cave of Brahma with the crystal
Calling
wand.
from iPhone 72.
Sorry. So with this process, since you're in a distant location, I'm going to just ask you to stay where you are, Donna, and I will be approaching you from my mind's eye from your back, and I will be pointing the crystal wand um, in the quantum field towards your pineal gland, okay? So just give me 1 second here. I'm going to get my wand. Okay, I'm going to just get started with you, okay? So you can just rest there. It's going to take about a couple minutes. You may start feeling some energy around your head. And everybody else can just quietly rest in like meditative state. Hey, Donna, I'm gonna move on to the next person. You can just rest meditatively. When I finish with the other two, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move into another and final meditation. So if you want to position yourself to get ready for meditation, and I will go ahead and just take a couple deep breaths. Donna, I'm not going to play the music so that you can hear better, all right? I'm going to go ahead and get started, dim the lights. Okay. Take one deep cleansing breath in, slowly exhaling. Allow your body to relax, letting go of any tension with each breath. Feel yourself sinking into a deep, deep state of calmness, allowing your breath to be steady and natural. Now bring your awareness inward. Imagine yourself walking along a gentle path, leading you to a place of peace and wisdom. With every step, you feel lighter, more at ease, more connected to the deeper truth within you. Ahead, you begin to see the outline of a sacred space. This is your inner sanctuary. This is a place designed by your soul, a space of complete safety and divine connection. Allow yourself to step inside. Look around and notice, what does this sanctuary look like? Is it a temple, a lush forest clearing, a cozy candlelit room, or something else entirely? What colors and textures surround you? What sounds fill the air? How does the energy feel in this sacred place? Take a moment to explore and refine your sanctuary, making it exactly as you wish. As you deepen into this space, notice a central point of power within your sanctuary. This is where your altar will take form, an altar that serves as a bridge between worlds, a sacred focal point of energy and intention. Begin to envision it now. Is it made of stone, wood, crystal, or something else? Is it adorned with candles, sacred objects, or symbols of personal significance? What items call to be placed here? Perhaps feathers, flowers, or symbols of something from your lineage. Feel the power of this altar as it solidifies before you, radiating light and grounding your connection between the seen and unseen. This altar is a living space, evolving as you grow in your spiritual journey. Now shift your awareness somewhere within your sanctuary. There is a door. It may be grand or hidden, ancient or newly formed, but it is here, waiting for you to find it. Approach the door. Place your hand upon it. Notice its texture, its energy. You sense that this door will not open without the right key, a key that is uniquely yours. Close your eyes within your space and ask, what is the key that will unlock this door? And it may take shape as an object, a symbol, or even a word whispered into your awareness. Trust whatever arises. Hold your key firmly in your hand. Feel its energy. Now bring it to the door. Place it into the lock and turn. And the door creaks open, a sense of anticipation within you. Stepping through, you emerge into a space of profound light and presence. The air hums with energy, and you sense that you are not alone. Your higher self is here, an aspect of you that exists beyond time, beyond limitation, beyond doubt. This being radiates wisdom, unconditional love, and the deepest knowing. Allow yourself to perceive your higher self. Do they appear as a radiant light, a familiar face, or something unexpected? How does their presence feel? Do they have a scent, a sound, an energy that you recognize? Take a deep breath and ask, what is the message I am meant to receive? And listen. Let their words, our images, our feelings settle into your awareness. Simply receive. As your higher self finishes their message, you notice they are holding something for you, a gift. This gift is a symbol, an energetic transmission, a tool for your journey ahead. Hold out your hands and accept it. Feel its weight, its meaning. What does it represent? Now it is your turn. From within your being, offer a gift in return, something of meaning, something of love. Trust what arises now. As you exchange gifts, a deep sense of connection and completion washes over you. You are seen. You are supported. You are whole. Your higher self smiles, a knowing look in their eyes. It is time to return, but this connection will remain. Slowly you turn back toward the door, stepping through once more, returning to your inner sanctuary. Look again at your altar. Place your gift upon it, anchoring the wisdom you received. With gratitude, take a final breath in this space. Know that you can return here at any time. When you are ready, begin to bring awareness back to your breath. Feel your body, the weight of yourself in the present moment. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Take one last deep breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Pause the recording.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to we've got 30, no, a little less than 30 minutes. So if you need to get up and walk around and get some blood moving in you, don't feel like you have to sit down to listen to me. We're going to kind of go over a little bit of body care. Please. And I think mine's on the counter. Can you grab mine? Yeah. I was going to say about body care. When you're in a temple space that's been ritually set up and hermetically sealed, and there's a lot more light coming in, you get real thirsty. And you really want a lot more water. It's just kind of part of what happens. But yes, today's energy that we did, one of the things that I mentioned that those you may want to consider as you're like on your journey is something that's called a life activation. And that's, you call it a life activation, a DNA activation, whatever you, there's different terms for it, but the mechanism behind the ceremony, it's about an hour and a half. Thank you. It's about a 90-minute process. And you prepare the etheric body and open the 16 gates which are composed of the four elements, fire, earth, water, air, and the sub-elements within each element. So each element has fire has water of fire, air of fire, earth of fire, if that makes sense. And it's a process that balances your chakras, it balances your elemental fields, and it does a bunch of stuff to your etheric body. So that at the very end of the prep, we're going in with the crystal and we're activating your 12 central codons, which are, and this is 12 is the number for the zodiac signs. It has to do with the 12 houses. So there's a lot of deep symbolism that's in that. But when you do this activation, it's a charging of light into your DNA, which is light. And at the end, there's a reading. You get 12 words that are associated with your soul's purpose for this lifetime. Yeah, it's a pretty profound experience, but it prepares you for it's a doorway opening into the initiations, similar to what we did today. Remember how I said, like, once you're on this path of initiation is an alchemy path that humans have, and those from other civilizations like Donna, like the star seeds, have been through to raise their level of consciousness and to transmute lower energies, or what we call shadows, or just bad behaviors. Nothing's bad. It's just, can they be more purified? So that's something that we offer here at the Flower of Life, and amongst some of the other things that I told you. But there's programs that we have that you don't have to be in person. You can join online if you want, or listen in afterwards. But there's a lot of things that we do to help the soul embody in the flesh, so that we're not like disembodied, and that we're, this happens a lot in today's age with new age spirituality, where you go to a workshop or whatever and you're like, yay, and you're like unplugged from the world and you are high and you're flying high, and then you get home and it's like, and you're back into your life, right? Like the soul ascension tools that we do are so that you can integrate into your daily life and take some of these practices home with you, and have a current that you can continue back through, whether it's through reading or resources that are free, or like YouTube, or like teachings that we have that are online that just kind of keep you going with soul ascension. Okay, so I want to bring up one last little learning piece here, and it's called the history of the Essenes. Has anybody here heard of the Essenes in this group? Donna,
Yes.
you have. Okay, you have heard.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Essenes?
I don't know tons about them. Um, and quite honestly, I know that there's an Essene bread.
Yes, actually.
It is, and it's all
Right.
seeds and such. And yeah, I've heard the story of it before, but I don't think I could tell you much back about it.
Well, no worries. I wanted to bring it up today because whenever we do a class, I'm just gonna close this because it's kind of coming in heavy over on this there. I'm trying not to like have me blinded by the light for the recording. So, anyways, this teaching that you received today, or the practices that you did, yes, they're based in yoga. Yes, there's some chanting that we did and meditation, but they really came from the lineage of the Essenes. And the Essenes were a worldwide group of people that they lived set apart. They lived set apart from the world. They lived in the world, but they were not of the world. And they lived as a community, and they supported everybody in the community. It's similar to today, what we would think of as socialism. But at its highest caliber, they studied the mystery teachings, and they had communities in America, in South America, in China, Japan, and Israel, and Turkey, and Saudi Arabia, and Egypt, and Africa, and the British Isles. Like they had at their highest point of existence had all kinds of communities globally. And there were people that traveled in between the communities to share these texts, and they would write them down, right? They would try to keep recording these things that got lost after the fall of what's known as the Atlantic civilization. Modern day science would call it the diluvian event, the flood that hit the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, right? And it kind of wiped out everything. Well, those teachings, a lot of the mystery teachings, are things that came to us from starseed populations, were wiped out. And there's a lot of speculation on why that happened, and there's different threads, but what we care about today is that everything had to kind of go underground and get recovered. And there were some people who survived within each part of the cultures that went underground or highland or whatever, and they survived this catastrophic earth event. And the ones that really did survive were the ones who paid attention to astrology and knew something was coming, right? Something big. Um, so these Essenes were going around to collect this knowledge, and they were the people who essentially birthed and raised Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene, because Jesus Christ was a man, like he was an actual man who practiced alchemy. And he went to all these traditional mystery schools. He studied in India, he studied in Great Britain, he studied in Egypt. And when he was around the age of 33, he had basically mastered what we call the sepulchral rites, which is the fact that he could transmute his body into a light being and not suffer death. These teachings were from this group of people called the Essenes, which some people know as Gnostics, right? They're all over the world, and they're not necessarily called Essenes. Like Hopis, the Hopi Indians they were living as Essenes. Even though they were Native Americans, right? And people from Göbekli Tepe or whatever, same thing. They're of the same lineage, but they're living in different places, so they had different cultures. But what they understood was they all came from the same place, and there was no like warfare about, okay, you eat butter and I don't, like there it was just acceptance of that there's different flavors for different folks. And when you live in different parts of the world, it's a different frequency. And that diversity is meant to be cultivated. So I just wanted to bring that up because over 2000 years ago, this is the last that we really saw of the Essenes was at that age that got kind of ushered out, like when Jesus was crucified and Christianity started to overtake the world. It wasn't the religion itself was a form of politics. And the government of the Roman Empire at that time, and of course you had the Ottoman Empire and you had the other farther empires in the West, I mean in the East. They were trying to control the people. So whatever main religion that the people could hold on to, they would endorse it, but then they put on their patriarchal power constructs and they contorted a lot of the information and ruined a lot of the information, like wiped it out, including this to saying like what was going to go into the Bible and what was allowed and what wasn't. And most of the gospels that were really teaching the alchemical embodiment for sovereignty were not allowed, which is why they were discovered recently in the 1950s at Nag Hammadi and the Dead Sea Scrolls. And so there's a lot of knowledge that's coming out right now about these peoples. And it's in so many different forms. Like you can even get books that are being written, or psychotherapists or hypnotherapists that have been documenting people and like their recountings of past lives. And it's really fascinating, but there's so much information that's flooding us now about how these people lived and how they resurrected and held what's called the violet flame, the torch. They held the beacons lit in order for us to be sitting here today sharing this kind of information. So I just wanted to kind of honor the lineage that this information is coming through. They were also called the therapeutae. This is where the Greeks got the word therapist. Because healers, they were known in Egypt, they were healers in flowing white robes, keeper of sacred practices. There's a lot of mystery in the name Essene. The phonetic or the etymology of it is that it means watcher. And there's a lot of legends, there's a lot of art that exists about the Essenes, that they lived with angels. But when you really get into it, they were the angels. Because angel, the word itself just means a higher vibrational human being. And they were emitting light, like they were light beings, and even though they were in their physical flesh. So it's just kind of something to ponder, where a lot of these traditions, whether it's Egyptian, Babylonian, Iranian, Greek, Buddhist, whatever, Native American, you're going to hear the terminology of children of the light, perfect ones, enlightened beings, and those luminous beings basically exchange their garment of flesh for celestial flesh, which kind of goes into the last little piece that I'm going to say today about ascension science. The therapeutae, or otherwise known as the Essenes, had a knowledge that they carried about 5 psycho-spiritual tools of ascension. And ultimately, the 5 tools or garments that they would wear would give them their robe of light. So what you all received today was your crown helmet. There's pictures actually of goddesses that have like Persephone or Inanna, and they're wearing the 5 different garments, which one is a helmet, one is called the chastity belt, but it's a belt that goes around the hips. The other one is the sandals. Then you have the breastplate, and then you actually have the cloak, or in Harry Potter, we call it the cloak of invisibility. Um, so today you are going to be walking out of here with your galactic helmet, which means that your pineal gland and your crown chakra are wide open. You're going to have the ability to have more clear dreams. So I encourage you to journal, write them down, and take note of what's happening to your body over the course of the next few weeks, and take good care of your body. You're going to have 2 beings that are now with you with this galactic helmet activation that you got. And you can go into meditation. I'm going to send the inner sanctuary meditation to you so you can listen to it. And when you go into this, you can ask your higher self. Today, we asked, what message am I supposed to receive? When you go in, whenever you meet your higher self, you can ask, like, what is it I'm supposed to know today? Or if you have a problem that you have going on, like, why am I moving here? Or what should I know about this? You can ask who your galactic beings are. What are their names? And it can be revealed to you. These 2 beings that have been kind of coalescing in your aura field, which are really the archetype of your masculine and your feminine higher self, is if you really want to know the science of it. But they have an image, they have a persona, and you can ask and inquire about this. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. All right. That was a lot of information. You're going to get a little booklet so you don't have to process all of that information, about a lifestyle that helps to keep your pineal gland activated. And read that at your leisure. It'll come via email along with the meditation so that you can go into the meditation again and speak with your higher self. I do have, if anybody ever wants to purchase waters from me, I don't know where I put it, but it was around here somewhere. Donna already has you already have yours, but if you ever need to restock, I have waters that you can purchase, the waters that we made. Those are living waters, and you can spray them on your crown chakra and third eye, and they help keep your aura field cleansed and higher vibe. It's what I sprayed on you today, and I don't know where it is now, but it was maybe it's on the altar. But if you ever need any rose petal water, rose hydrosols, or things for meditation and uplifting your aura, we provide those at the Flower of Life. So that water that you got today, um, is something that you can renew if you need. Okay. Any other questions? You made it. It's
I
2:50.
did.
You got 10 minutes to spare. And now you can go take a big nap. And I highly recommend if people can get in the bath tonight, like take a bath. I'm gonna take a bath after you guys leave. No worries, but it's just an offered suggestion. So if you're good, Donna, I'm gonna turn you around so you can say goodbye to everybody.
Okay. Bye. Nice to have met you.
Thanks. You too. Take care.
Have a good day, Donna.
Thank you.
Say hello to the fam.
I'll talk to you. I'll give you a call.
Yeah, you should. I'd love to catch up.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye for
Thanks.
now.
Bye.
Bye.